Good morning, students. In the previous class, we are discussing about the male reproductive system. That's also very important for examination, diagram, and even some like on external genitalia or male accessory ducts or male accessory glands or testes, like that they may ask questions. Let us say we'll go for the female reproductive system in this class. If you come to the female reproductive system, where actually the female reproductive system is located. The female reproductive system is located in the pelvis region. Node pelvis region alli correct agi female reproductive system irutte. And what this female reproductive system that mainly consists of? Female reproductive system alli ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Let us see the first one. A pair of ovaries. A pair of ovaries. And a pair of illondu ovary ide illondu ovary ide pair of ovaries and a pair of fallopian tubes fallopian tubes, a pair of fallopian tubes, okay, and even it consists of uterus or uterine cavity, uterus or uterine cavity, and one more is cervix, fourth one is cervix. यूट्रस आदमेले बರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸೀದಾ ವೆಜೈನಾ. another part of the female reproductive system is vagina, and one more is you can go for Bartholin glands. Bartholin glands are vestibular glands. vagina ಆದಮೇಲೆ external genitalia ಬರುತ್ತೆ. external genitalia ಆದಮೇಲೆ vestibular glands are Bartholin glands. okay, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ a pair of ovaries, second one a pair of fallopian tubes, next uterus ಆದಮೇಲೆ cervix ಆದಮೇಲೆ vagina ಆದಮೇಲೆ you can go for external genitalia, and one more is vestibular glands are Bartholin glands. Vestibular glands are Bartholin glands. Along with this, ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ a pair of mammary glands, milk producing glands, a pair of mammary glands were also integrated along with female reproductive system for, and that mainly helpful for ovulation, okay, fertilization, and even pregnancy, birth, and as well as child care. ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. The female reproductive system is located in the pelvis region, and this female reproductive system mainly consists of what? A pair of ovaries, a pair of fallopian tubes, uterus, next cervix, ivaga cervix, next one is vagina, this portion is called the vagina, adadmele external genitalia, okay, next vestibular glands are Bartholin glands. vestibular glands irutte, vestibular glands are Bartholin glands. Along with all this, a pair of mammary glands, a pair of milk producing glands are also integrated, okay, and which mainly helpful for ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ovulation ಗೆ and even pregnancy ಗೆ, fertilization. ovulation ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ fertilization ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, fertilization ಬೇಕು ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ, and one more is what pregnancy and even birth of the child and child care ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು parts ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. okay, that what the female reproductive system that mainly consists. Let us will go for the first one, ovaries. We'll come to this ovaries. What are these ovaries? Ovaries are the female gonads or female sex organs. Ovaries are female sex organs or female gonads. And there were two ovaries. A pair of ovaries are present in female. The female reproductive system that mainly consists of a pair of ovaries. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದಿದೆ a pair of ovaries which are get connected by the help of or which are get attached by the help of ligaments not even ligaments you by the help of ligaments to uterine wall and as well as the abdominal wall. ಯುಟ್ರೈನ್ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಬ್ಡಮಿನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಯುಟ್ರಸ್ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಅಬ್ಡಮಿನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಎ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ get attached by the help of ligaments to the uterus and abdominal wall. If you take these ovaries are actually each ovary that measures about 2 to 4 centimeters length ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ovary 2 to 4 centimeters length ಇರುತ್ತೆ and 2 centimeters width ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಳಗಡೆ 2 to 4 centimeters length and 2 centimeters width ಇರುತ್ತೆ. If you take one ovary, ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ, and each ovary is lined by, okay, each ovary is internally lined by a single layer of germinal epithelium cells. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Now this each ovary is internally lined by a single layer of germinal epithelium cells and the ovary internally consists of ovarian stroma. Ovarian stroma ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫುಲ್ ಓವರಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it mainly consists of ovarian stroma, and this ovarian stroma are again broadly categorized into two portions. ಆ ovarian ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಜಾಗನ ಎರಡು ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದನೇದು ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಪೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್. ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಪೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್. ಪೆರಿಪೆರಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬಾರ್ಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಓವರಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಜರ್ಮೈನಲ್ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಂ ಸುತ್ತು ನಾನು ಗೋಡೆ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಪೆರಿಪೆರಿ, ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಪೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ and inner medulla. What are the two main portions? What are the two main portions of the ovarian stroma? Ovarian stroma mainly consists of two portions. One is outer peripheral medulla, outer peripheral cortex and inner medulla. Outer peripheral cortex and inner medulla. ಇವಾಗ this ovarian stroma ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ in that ovarian medulla consists of what? ಈ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಡುಲಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ one you can take a dense connective tissues. ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? dense connective tissues ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ovarian stroma or medulla ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ it mainly consists of dense connective tissues. It mainly consists of dense connective tissues ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and even it also consists of blood vessels. Blood vessels ಇರುತ್ತೆ, blood vessels, and you can take smooth muscles ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Smooth muscles were also present. Okay, if you take here, and even it also consists of nerve endings or nerves. Okay, nerves ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒವೇರಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and even what you can take spindle shaped smooth muscles. ಏನಿವ? spindle shaped smooth muscles ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and even it also consists of some nerves ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಒವೇರಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾ ಭಾಗ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅದೇ ಒವೇರಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಪೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ? outer peripheral cortex, what it mainly consists of? So outer peripheral medulla that mainly consists of the follicles of different stages. Follicles of different stages, like primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, a matured follicle is called the Graafian follicle. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಓವರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 60 to 80,000 ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಓವರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಔಟರ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಫೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಔಟರ್ ಪೆರಿಫೆರಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮೈನ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ follicles of different stages like primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle. A matured follicle is called the Graafian follicle. Now that Graafian follicle releases ova. Ova and release ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. The matured follicle, Graafian follicle ruptures and releases ova. A female gamete called ova or ovum. Female gamete called as ovum. Ovum. Ovum and release ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Ovulation during ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ during ovulation. Including to this, the ovaries also secretes many steroid hormones. ಆ ovaries ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, the ovaries also secretes many steroid hormones. ಯಾವುದು steroid hormones? ಒಂದು estrogen and one more is progesterone. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ, ovaries they releases ova during ovulation, and also ovaries what secretes many steroid hormones called as estrogen and as well as progesterone. So that completes what the structure of ovary. Ovary ಕೂಡ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. Next one will go for the fallopian tube. What is a fallopian tube? ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇದೆ fallopian tube. It is an elongated tube-like structure. ಒಂಥರ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್. Fallopian tube is an elongated tube-like structure which connects are present in between the uterus and as well as the ovary. ಓವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯುಟ್ರಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಒಂದು elongated tube-like structure ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನೆ fallopian tube. A pair of fallopian tubes were present. ಎರಡು fallopian tubes ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, fallopian tube is an elongated tube-like structure which is present in between the uterus and as well as ovary, and which measures about 10 to 12 centimeters in length. ಒಂದು fallopian tube 10 to 12 centimeters ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And this fallopian tube is internally lined by what? ಆ fallopian tube ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಲ್ಲದ ಗೋಡೆ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, this fallopian tube is internally lined by ciliated columnar epithelium cells. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಲಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ciliated columnar epithelium cells. What is the main function of the ciliated columnar epithelium cells present in the inner wall of the fallopian tubes? Which mainly helpful for the it helps in the movement of worm from ovaries to the site of fertilization. The site of fertilization, that is isthmus. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ, ಈ ಒಂದು ciliated columnar epithelium cells ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It is mainly involved in the collection. It is mainly involved in the transfer of or movement of. ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓವಾ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆ ಓವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ತಮಸ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. ಓವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಓವಾ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಏನೋ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಈ fallopian tube ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು this ciliated columnar epithelium which mainly helpful for the movement of ova. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ನುಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸೀಲಿಯಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಸೀಲಿಯಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಓವಾನ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ mainly helpful for the movement of the ova from this okay, after they are receiving from the ovary. Okay, now this ova the movement of ova occurs into the site of fertilization present in the fallopian tube, that is isthmus, by the help of ciliated columnar epithelium. ಯಾವಾಗ ಓವಾ ಓವರಿಯಿಂದ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಓವಾ fallopian tube ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ಇದೆ ಯಾವುದು isthmus ಅಂತ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಏನು ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಲ್ಮನರಿ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಂ. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೀಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಲ್ಮನರಿ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಂ ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಫೆಲೋಪಿಲಿಯನ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್. Fallopian tube is internally lined by ciliated columnar epithelium, which mainly helpful for the movement of ova, okay, into the isthmus where the fertilization occurs. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ again the fallopian tube are mainly divided into 3 portions. fallopian tube ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ 3 ಭಾಗಗಳ ತರ ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದನೇದು ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ, isthmus. First one is isthmus, second one is ampulla, third one is infundibulum. ನೋಡಿ, isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum. ಯಾವುದು? isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum. Reverse ಇದೆ infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. What are the 3 main parts of the fallopian tube ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. What are the 3 main portions of the fallopian tube? isthmus, ampulla and infundibulum. Let us see infundibulum ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಿದೆ infundibulum ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is the first part of the fallopian tube and it is the first part and wide funnel shaped part of the fallopian tube. Funnel shaped. It is the first part wide and funnel shaped part of the fallopian tube is called infundibulum. Now this infundibulum were ended by or the edge of the infundibulum. Edge ideyalva. Now this edge of the infundibulum ended by a finger-like projections. A finger-like projections are called as fimbriae. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The edge of the infundibulum is ended by a finger-like projections are called as fimbriae. What is the main function of this fimbriae? Fimbriae is mainly involved in the collection of ovum. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ova produce ಆಗಿದೆ. The collection of the ovum. Fimbriae is a finger-like projections present at the edges of the infundibulum. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Now this fimbriae which plays very important role in the collection of the ovum from the ovaries. So that completes this infundibulum. So the next part of the fallopian tube is called an ampulla. The infundibulum leads to another part of the fallopian tube, another wider part of the fallopian tube. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಗಲ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ part. The infundibulum leads to another wider part of the fallopian tube were called as ampulla. And this ampulla leads to the last narrow part of the fallopian tube. Just it opens into the uterus for called as isthmus. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The ampulla leads to another narrow part of the fallopian tube. Just it opens into the uterus were called as isthmus. What is the main function of this isthmus? Isthmus is the site where the fertilization takes place. ಏನು fertilization ಅಂದ್ರೆ where the sperm and ova fuses. And that is the formation of the zygote. ಈ ಜಾಗನೇ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಓವಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೈಟ್. ಆ ಒಂದು isthmus region ಅಲ್ಲಿ the male gamete sperm and female gamete ova fuses, ಅಂದ್ರೆ syngamy occurs and where the fertilization occurs, and that is the development of the zygote. ಅಲ್ಲೇ zygote formation ಆಗೋದು. And this isthmus also provide a proper nourishment until the zygote that moves into the uterus. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗೋದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಒಂದು isthmus ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು zygote formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ zygote ಹಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನರಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲವರೆಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ isthmus zygote ಗೆ ನರಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ until what this zygote moves to the uterus. So that completes the fallopian tube also. Next class we will continue what the uterine cavity or uterus. Thank you.